raising your. Go ahead.
Well, to answer that, are you going to answer that question, Q?
I was gonna ask a question to the entire panel based on what I'm hearing between Love and Chief.
Well, let me answer, and then you can certainly ask Chief. You Q could jump in?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So, Love, I think when you said we use sign language, that's on the assumption that you're correct. So then you're saying, like, why do you guys do what we don't do that largely, and the majority of us don't, right? But it happens quite often. Now, this is what you just did when you say, well, we use sign language. If you in a movie theater,
we were women or men. I said what we say
when you say men,
okay,
men use sign language is unfounded. So if I'm in a movie theater and you talking, I'm like, shut up, and you like, no, you shut up. But really, I wasn't doing the talking. You just replied in kind to try to protect yourself. But we don't use sign language. You just said we do. But I don't think you can prove that.
I can prove it absolutely. On this panel, we go run the tapes back. Sign language has been used by men on these podcasts. There's been times when, lightheartedly, but you said I asked you a question directly about the Black community and Black men leadership, and then you start talking about because y'all heifers da, right? That's the shaming thing. Alex sat there and asked you a question and said something. I asked, and you stopped her and said, "Did you say ask? Or did you say X?" Like you do that, right? Playfully, sign language. Go ahead.
That's not sign language. You don't understand sign language if you're using those two anecdotal examples.
Shame, insult.
Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead, Alex.
No, I wasn't here for the sign language conversation, so y'all keep saying it. Can you just clarify what it was?
Shame, insult, guilt need to be right. Yeah, I think it's a Kevin Samuels term. But I want to hear what Q Love. Go ahead, if you want to finish. Make sure. Q, what's your question? What'd you say, Mr. White? All right, nigga, watch it now.
No,
go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, before I ask this question, I do want to say, like, if we could be completely honest, the two most emotional niggas that have been on this panel, that are on this panel tonight, are Gunny and Adrian, who have done those things. If we could keep it a buck. Start there. And so my question to everyone is, do you guys feel that in relationship, men and women are equal?
No.
How about you, Love?
No.
Isha?
See how hard it is, Q? They don't fucking unmute.
No, I don't think they are equal. That doesn't mean that I don't think they should be.
So she said
Alex.
no, Q. Go ahead.
No.
Ro?
No, I don't.
Chief?
No, ma'am.
Mary?
No.
Adrian?
Wait, I need to know, like, equal how? Like, what do you mean?
It's always one.
No, because it's seriously like equal how? Like, I just want clarification.
Just think about it. Gunny?
Okay.
No, I'm with Mr. White. That's what I was gonna ask too. Like, what do you? That's a general question.
It would be the two niggas she called.
No.
Oh, come on.
No. Adrian and Gunny, in a relationship, are men and women equal?
I'm gonna say
wow.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna say yeah.
You're just saying yeah, just to be different.
No,
I mean, on the surface, no, but
the question.
What were you saying, Gunny?
On the surface, no, but that's a broad question that's almost impossible to answer. That's like the question Love asked about 45 minutes ago to Hannah about. It's the same thing. It's an impossible broad. Can you narrow it down some?
No, if him had asked that question, you would have answered. If him had asked that question, you would have answered.
No, wouldn't it?
Can a man
If
have a
Hannah
baby?
asked the question, I would have answered it. That's who I am.
Right,
it doesn't matter who asked me the question. If that's my response, that's going to be my response.
We can't even fuck the same amount of people as y'all.
and not be considered a hoe. Are we equal? No.
You see what I'm saying? I wasn't even thinking about sex, but Mary just dropped the F-bomb really quick. Like I wasn't even thinking about sex. I was thinking about something else.
Because she said in a
Be
relationship.
different and still be equal. So like our roles and responsibilities, everything is different, but we still are equal.
So then you're saying that in a relationship we can be partners. There's no leader, there's no subordinate. We can just be partners then.
No.
So then it's not equal. Because if I'm your equal, then we partners.
You can say that about everything if you break it down like that, right? You then can say, oh, well, since a woman can have a baby and a man can't, then you're not equal. You can break any point down and it's different to just say we're not equal. But again, just because our roles and things that we do are different, right? I may have more say so in certain things doesn't mean you're not my equal. You're still my equal.
Yes, no, you're the same person that said that you need to speak to women like children.
There's a leader.
Absolutely, she's still my equal.
Hold on, Mary. Let him go. Let you go.
Right. And in what context did I say we speak to women like children?
You explain it. Explain it.
All right, so let's explain it. I didn't say, hey, we speak to women like children because we're superior, right? I said we speak to women like children because we need to be more understanding in terms of our communication. We need to listen to understand, and when we communicate, we need to make sure we're meeting them where they are at.
Okay, you did say that, but you're also you did say
that was the only reason why. Hold on, and I do also see that me using children because of word association, it will get missed. That's why I don't say it anymore.
Okay, so you did say that, but you're also the same person that said you will go on a boys' trip, but your wife can't go on a girls' trip.
We're still equal.
No,
we just don't do the same thing.
So let me clarify.
Hold on, if men are leading,
clarify it.
Let me clarify it though.
Somebody has to follow.
So let's get some. Hold on. Let's get some clarification.
Let's clarify it because humanity and value. Yes, we're equal, right? In humanity, men and women are equal. Her value is the same as ours. In a relationship, in terms of leadership and decision-making prowess, men have the edge there. That's the plane of it. But yeah, in terms of her humanity and her value as a human being, yes.
Yeah, but
somebody got to be in charge.
Yeah, he's men are the prize, right?
Yeah.
So even in value, we're still not considered equal. If you're saying men are the
talking
prize.
about Mary, I'm talking about humanity though, like just as a person. You know what I mean? We're not saying
human being.
Sorry, go ahead.
Jerry, just as a regular human being, like we breathing. That's
Mary, don't start doing what Adrian and Gunny did, okay? It's very basic what Hamp is saying. It was very basic, my question. These niggas want to start talking about it from a different
hold on, Gunny.
But that's what I'm saying.
So what about this then, Hamp? I feel like it's just as important for a man to lead as for the woman to follow. So it's still equally as important. It don't matter how good of a leader I am if she's not following me and aligned with me. It doesn't matter.
Saying it's equally
so it's still equal. It's just different.
Hamp just broke it down. See, you having a woman moment. Hamp just broke it down, and yet you still cannot digest that shit. He just broke it down. So
no, I can't. First of all, hold on, because you cursing at me, and I didn't curse at you. So based on the way that on what Hamp said, then I agree they're not in terms of men being better equipped to lead the relationship. So if we're just going to look at it from that standpoint, then yeah, I agree with what Hamp said. So I'm not pushing back. One thing I'm learning with a lot of people with communication, sometimes we just pick different points and talk about it, and we automatically think it's to rebut what's already been said. So I'm not rebutting what Hamp said. I'm in agreement. I was just stating the way that I was still looking at it. For a man to lead, it's equally as important for the woman to follow and be aligned. No matter how great of a leader I am, if she is not with me, it's not going to work, and it's going to be just as chaotic.
But realistically, you guys still are not equal in a relationship. Is that what you're saying, that you agree with that Hamp said?
That realistically, we are not equal in terms because the man is more equipped to lead. That part, you got to add that part. If you don't add that part, then I don't agree. Well, not if. But what I'm saying is based on what Hamp said. It had a whole. It changes everything when you add the piece to it.
He gave two parts. Q, you're only saying the one part that Hamp said. You said as far as human beings, he said as far as human beings, yes, and how we should be treated, yes, we're equal. But when it comes to relationships, we're not equal.
Okay.
You're only mentioning one part.
What was my original question, Gunny? Because you love to yell and shit and don't be listening.
That was your question.
Your original question was, are men and women equal? That's too general of a question.
In a relationship.
But you just answered it. So why does it have to be all this extra stuff?
She said in a relationship. She specifically said in a relationship. She specifically said that.
That's too general of a question.
In a relationship.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Hold on. So in the context of just is a man and a woman equal in a relationship? Yes, they are.
To you.
So you
because if you're not on one, a man can fuck up a relationship just as much as a woman. They both can equally cause damage, and if they're not aligned and in order, the relationship falls apart.
So
equally,
because you don't agree with what Hamp said.
Well, Hamp, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't you say men are more equipped to lead?
Yeah, we are the leaders in our relationships.
Leadership. So that's the different piece.
Yeah,
that's not
I can be a leader and still be equal.
Go ahead, my bad.
No, so what I'm saying is, in the context of my marriage, right? I'm still the leader of my marriage, but my wife is still equal to me. She can still cause just as much damage, even though I'm the leader. She can cause this whole thing to fail still. Does that make sense or no?
Deep, but okay, so it's a no for you.
No, I'm not making it deep. I just said what I said.
Okay. So with that being said, where I was going with that is, if we can most agree that when men and women are not equal, then that onus that Hamp was speaking about earlier with the whole Dr. Umar situation would not be on the women, because men and women are not equal. So she's not equally responsible for the infrastructure of the Black community, right? And then if we're also saying that, then women have to understand that, what some of our roles are in certain things too, right? Because then the niggas is not equal as the woman. So I'm just saying, like, what are we all really saying here? If we're putting everybody in the same playing field in a relationship, but yet agreeing that men and women are not the same.
Because you're saying that the fact that the woman is not equally responsible, you're saying, and the women are saying, that means that they're not responsible at all for anything. And that's not true. Just because they're not equally responsible does not negate the fact that they have some responsibility in the situation that we're in. That's the issue.